Hey you guys, Cece back with another video, and today's video is so exciting because you guys have been asking me to do this video and I am finally getting to do it, and it is the review of my Tarte Face Tape Foundation. This is something that you guys have been asking for. This is something that I think as soon as Tarte announced that they were coming out with this foundation, we were all like, yes, I want to know how that shit works. Okay, well, I should say everybody was on two ends of the spectrum, okay? Some people were like, I don't even want to try it. They messed up so badly last time. I'm done. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I did an entire video on it. I'm not going to spend time on it in this video talking about their first release of the Shape Tape Foundation. So y'all can go see the controversy about all that if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But they did so poorly on that first release. Some people are just like, nope, don't even want to touch it. I don't care how it works. I'm banning Tarte, they're canceled, whatever. And then some people were just super curious and like, yes, I need to see how that works. I did boycott the first launch, but since then, they've tried to correct themselves. Once again, this is the Tarte Face Tape Foundation is the exact name of the foundation. It has 50 shades with 5 different undertones. So as we know, these foundations are coming out with 40, 50, 60 shades of foundation. So everyone can find their perfect shade, which I think is just awesome. The shade that I chose, and I did go in store and find this, the one that was closest to me was 49G, and that's Tan Deep Golden. Now I probably could have went with, I think it was the 47N or something like that, but it seemed like it was just a tad bit too light. This one like just looks a tad bit too golden, and I have worn it, so at the end of this video you guys will see like my full review. So it is a tad bit too golden for me, but this is the one that I just felt like was the best out of the two that I thought would fit my skin tone. So I'm so excited. I haven't even read you the claims of the foundation, so let me go ahead and do so. This foundation is inspired by, of course, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is just kind of iconic in the makeup world. So many people use it, so many people love it, including myself. And this is supposed to be a long-wearing, full-coverage foundation that mattifies, hydrates, and brightens your appearance. So I don't know how you can mattify and hydrate, but we'll get into all of that. We bottled up your skin smoothing filters, selfie setting, and Instagram feedback to create the foundation of your dreams. Plus, this baby comes in 50 shades with 5 undertones, like I already said. So the claims, it's supposed to be long-wearing, full coverage, natural matte finish, transfer-proof, waterproof, and sweat-proof to help you keep you flawless throughout work and play. Snow mushroom extract, apple fruit extract, and hyaluronic acid hydrate and brighten your appearance. And you're supposed to pair it with your Shape Tape concealer for double the perfection. So those are the claims on this Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I'm just gonna do a little demo of it coupled with the Shape Tape concealer, as well as I have the Shape Tape powder foundation, which I'm going to set it with. And when I did my full day wear test, I used these same makeup products, and these are kind of like my go-to makeup products these days. So I knew if something was off, then it was the foundation. So let's go ahead and get started with the demo. And for those of you who are interested, I am using the Saharan 2 palette by Juvia's Place on my eyes, and this eye look is just so gorgeous. I wish I would have filmed it, but I didn't. Sorry guys. For primer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop primer. This is like one of my holy grail primers, so I love it. This stuff does a good job at trying to keep me matte for the day. And in case you guys don't know, I do have oily skin, so that's what we are testing this foundation on, is oily skin. If you have dry skin, then maybe it'll work different for you, but I have very, very oily skin. So we're gonna get right into it. Again, I'm in the shade 49G Tan Deep Golden, and this foundation comes with a pump. I love the packaging. It's a plastic bottle. I love plastic bottles, and I've grown to love them because normally I like glass bottles, but plastic bottles are really nice, especially when you have to travel, because I have had foundation bust on me on an airplane and get all over my makeup bag, and it sucks. So having a plastic bottle is just really nice, again, especially when you travel or when you're a klutz like I am and you drop things all the time, it won't break. So that's the good thing about it. So I'm just gonna take that much foundation, and you can see right there how golden it is, and just it's really, look at that, it's really, really gold, which I don't think my undertone is like true golden, but again, this was the closest shade that they had to me. I feel like if I would have mixed this one and then the one right before it, it would have been the perfect shade, but I wasn't buying no two foundations. So you guys can see right there, just gold. This foundation is just gold goodness. I wish I was this bronzy gold, but I am not. So right off the bat, the claim that I would absolutely vouch for is the full coverageness of it. Like, this is definitely a full coverage foundation. It looks really good right after application. Like, look at that. I feel like it just looks really pretty. It blends out very smoothly, and I really like that about it. This is a foundation that I really don't feel like I need a second layer. Like, sometimes I'll put another layer on my cheeks, but this is a foundation where I feel like I really don't need that. Like, this gives me all of the coverage that I need on the first go round, which is nice because you save product that way. So here's the foundation right here, all blended in, and at first glance, again, I think it looks really beautiful. It's not my color, once again, it's just so gold, but I think it still looks really beautiful. The coverage is great. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. It definitely dries down to like that natural matte finish. It's not matte, it's not overly dewy, and I love the finish right here once it's applied. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back with the final look. I'll talk a little bit more about the foundation, and then I'll let you guys see my wear test. Alright y'all, so we are back and I just finished the rest of my face, so let me just run down the products that I used. Like I told you guys, I would be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I also set the entire face with the Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation, which I've already done a powder foundation routine with this, so if you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. Make sure you go check that out. I used the Tarte Blush in Feisty. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous blush. I used these little mini Morphe highlighter and bronzer. This is Debutante and this one is in Spark. And then for the lips, I used one of my favorite products of the month, which is this ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. This is the I Love Sarah E and ColourPop collection, and this one's in Sueno de CoCo, and I topped it off with the Rihanna lip gloss, the Fenty lip gloss, the original one. So here is the final look of the foundation. This is how it looks on the skin. As you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. Once I put this foundation on for the first time, I was totally impressed as soon as I put it on with just how it looks and how it laid on my skin. It doesn't look heavy, but it's definitely full coverage, and that's exactly what I go for. Something that doesn't look super heavy, but still gives me a nice full coverage look. So right there, it knocked it out of the park. Now, what you guys will see in my demo in a second is that it looks good when you first put it on, but as it wears throughout the day, I feel like it just kind of broke down on my skin. It did not keep me matte. I blotted, I think, twice throughout the day, and I could have probably blotted maybe 2 or 3 more times. And I noticed myself kind of going like this throughout the day to try to make sure that I wasn't like super oily in this area right here, which is where I tend to get very oily at. So as you can see, the foundation wears amazingly. Like as soon as you put it on, this is bomb. It looks bomb. What I'm going to do now is play my wear test clip so you guys can see how it wore all throughout the day. What's up, y'all? Good morning. I had this foundation on for, it's 8:30. I've had this foundation on for about 1 hour. I've been stuck in traffic for an entire hour at this point, and I'm still not at work, but I've had this foundation on for about an hour. And of course, we're talking about the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I am in the shade 49G or 47G. I'll put it on the screen and you guys will see it throughout the video when I'm doing the demo. But this is how it looked after an hour of wear in natural daylight. And as usual, of course, I'll pick up the camera in a second and do a little show and tell, like a really close up on my face. But for the most part, the color is a bit golden for me. Like if it was a little more like toned down, cool tone, neutral, then it would have been perfect. But it's a bit golden for me, but I still think it's really pretty. After I did my concealer and my setting powder and all of that, I feel like it still does have a really, really nice color to it, and it has a really nice, like, my face looks matte but not overly so. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day, and of course I'll check in. But right now I think it looks really, really, really pretty. Like I really, really do. Let me show you guys. Okay, so here is how the foundation is looking. Like I said, it's a little golden, like I'm not gonna lie, but it's a pretty good match overall. Just pretty golden, and it's also super full coverage, but this is how it looks. I think it's really, really pretty though. So this is my face up close and personal. You guys let me know what you think about the initial look. Like I said, it has been worn for about an hour, but that's it. So I'll check in with you guys throughout the day and let you see how this foundation is wearing. What up, y'all? So I'm back in the car on my way home from work. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. And I didn't show you my phone this morning, but where is my phone? I was gonna say, let me show you my phone, give you some proof. It's 4:18 in the afternoon, and so I'm on my way home from work, so I thought I would just check in here because I didn't get a chance to check in today. And as you can see, we looking a little shiny. And I blotted once today. I'm sorry, like I said, I didn't get to update you guys, but I did blot once today and I am still looking, let me show you guys, pretty shiny. Like, look at that. I mean, it doesn't look awful, but I feel like it's looking oily and it is looking heavy on my face. Like, it's just starting to look real heavy and I'm not loving it. I am absolutely not loving it. I don't really see the rest of my makeup, like my bronzer, my blush, my highlight. Don't really see any of that still on my face. I'm not loving this. I have drugstore foundations that honestly do better throughout the day, like my Makeup Revolution foundation. It's not drugstore, but my Laura Mercier, my Cover FX do better than this foundation. Oh, like, it is just wiping. Can you guys see that? It's like wiping clear off. Just oil slick. So maybe we'll try this another day, but what? It's been on since 7:30. It's 4:30 right now almost, and I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. I feel like I had to watch it all day. And if I wouldn't have blotted throughout the day, it would have looked even worse. But I don't know if I'm really a fan of this one, or like, I don't think I am. So yeah, that's gonna be my final update. This is long enough to give a good impression on it, so this is going to be my final update of it, but just not loving it. There are other foundations for us oily skin people that can do you better for cheaper or the same price, but they're just other foundations that I feel like will look better throughout the day. So that's my review on the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you if you're thinking about purchasing it or anything like that. And if you guys have any questions, leave them all down below. Hopefully I covered everything, but if I forgot something, it'll be in the description box. And if not, let me know and I will definitely answer it for you. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay. So as you can see, the foundation for me did not wear as well as I wanted it to throughout the day. So I have long days sometimes. I have my foundations on anywhere from like 10 to 15 hours sometimes. And I didn't find that this foundation had that type of longevity. Now, if I was going out for maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, like maybe going for a night out where I put the foundation on at 8 and I was getting back at like midnight, 1 o'clock, I think it would do fine in that aspect. But me working all day, and I don't do anything strenuous, I just work in an office environment, and I feel like it just didn't hold up the way I wanted to. I had to blot several times throughout the day, and then I also found myself a lot throughout the day like checking this area and kind of going like this to blot oils with my fingers, because I do get very oily around my nose. So I found myself doing this a lot throughout the day because it just started to feel oily. It started to feel a bit heavy as the day wore on, and I felt like when I looked in the mirror, it started to look a bit heavy and cakey. So I did not like that. That's something that I'm super cautious of with foundations that I try, is when they start to look heavy and start to look cakey throughout the day. So you can put the foundation on, it'll look absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing, and then as you wear it throughout the day, it starts to break down and it starts to look like you have on foundation. That is just, I just do not like that at all, and that is what I felt like this foundation did. I will try to give this a little more time. I don't just want to write it off, but I don't know, that day I just really felt like I couldn't wear it. And I used all the same products that I used today except for this primer. I used a different primer, and so I don't know if it was that primer or what, but this has really become like my holy grail primer. So I'm going to try the foundation on a wear test coupled with this primer like I did today, and then I'll see how it looks throughout the day. But I just don't have time to fuss with my makeup all day, and I felt like I was fussing with this, or I wanted to be fussing with it. Like, it was just on my face, it was bothering me, I could feel it, and it just felt oily, it felt heavy, and it just felt like I didn't want it on my skin anymore. I don't know, that's what I got from it the time I wore it. Again, I will keep wearing it, and I'll make sure to update you guys down below in the description box how I feel about it. I'll wear it for the next couple of days and see. But those are my initial thoughts. If you guys tried this foundation, please let us all know down below what you thought, if you got a different result. Again, I am very oily. I don't know if this is the best foundation for very oily people, because I've heard from other oily people that it kind of did the same thing. So I don't know if this is the best foundation if you're oily. They did last time they launched, they had an oily version, or I'm sorry, a mattifying version and then a hydrating version, and they didn't do that this time, which I thought it was odd that they said it would mattify and hydrate. I haven't had a product yet do me like that, so I didn't see that working anyway. And then when I put it on my skin, I feel like it's more for like normal dry combo skin, but definitely not completely oily skin people like I have. So make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss any uploads, and follow me on my social media, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and also my Facebook fan page, so you can get more photos and updates and everything on this foundation. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye guys.